Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video today. Today we are going to be talking about the Path to Glory cards and which ones would be worth getting and which ones would probably not be worth getting. So we're going to start off from the top to the bottom. I think there is 2 pages to work with. So we go all the way down to Ronaldo Sanchez, which is going to be very interesting. So we're just gonna get right into it, and we're gonna see which players are gonna be worth it and which players are probably not gonna be worth it. So there's certain players that before you even look about getting them, they're actually the type of cards that like are either fun cards or they're meta cards, right? And I'll explain that to you guys as I progress into this video. So Higuain is a fun card. 360k is really not worth getting for the card unless you like Higuain as a player in real life, or you want to use a player that is has this like physical presence in game, is a big guy that can shoot with his weak foot, but he'll be very slow, so it's going to be just basically long shots galore with him with the 4-star weak foot and the regular foot. His agility and balance is quite low. 78 agility with 72 balance is not that great to have when you're 6 foot, because that'll make you move slower on the ball, especially in the attacking aspect where you need to dribble in particular moments to open up the space for yourself. His passing is quite poor too, so for me personally, not ideal. But you know what? It's funny because his composure and his finishing is so high up there that he would be a lot of fun to use or to try out because of how good those things are. Because the 4-star weak foot definitely helps as well, right? But the card does look quite decent. 3-star skill moves isn't the greatest thing to have, but when you have a guy that has 83 jumping with 6 foot, while being 6 foot with 92 heading and 89 strength, quite nice to have in the air as well. So if you want to, lob in those crosses as well, he'll be able to win those in the air for you. So would I pick up Higuain? Probably not a meta player for me, so I wouldn't really be going with that. Thiago Alcantara, the same exact thing. Fantastic player in real life, not so much in FIFA, because as a midfielder, he has no defensive stats that will help him be good at this game, as well as no physical. So not only he has no defensive stats, he has no physical, but not only that, but he has no pace to make up for the lack of defensive physical, which still wouldn't help because they probably won't even give him like 82 pace. On the ball, he's fantastic. He will move really nicely. Passing-wise, he'll be very good. 94 passing, 93 long passing. His shooting is decent. 70 finishing with 83 composure isn't that bad to have as a midfielder, considering he is medium with a 5-star. I thought that's his skill moves. That's not even his weak foot. 5-star skill moves. I mean, yeah, it's a fun player. It's not like ideal to have in a squad. Would you upgrade to him? I don't know. I don't even think this guy's gotten that many informs in real life. 73 acceleration and 68 sprint speed isn't great either. Again, no defense stats, no physical, so I wouldn't really look into getting him. Icardi, another type of player. Basically, he's essentially kind of like a Higuain, right? Like, he's just like a fun player to use. Although I have seen people use Icardi in this game and actually do work with him because of the play style that they try to do when they are using him. Like, they do like a lot of crosses with him. They do hold up play, turn and shoot, right? That's the thing with these stocky type players. Like, if you have a specific game style where you're going for runs in behind the defense, like, these are not the ideal guys to have, right? It's better to have players like Gabriel Jesus, who's got the pace to actually get him behind. But if you set your Icardis, your Higuains, your Lewandowskis to play a specific way, they can be good players in the game, but you are limiting yourself to what type of game styles you can play, right? But the card looks great. 94 finishing with 82 composure. 82 composure seems quite low for 94 finishing, to be fair. His agility and balance isn't awful, being 5'11", and neither is his acceleration and sprint speed, so his dribbling will be okay at best. So definitely worth a shout there for sure. Would I pick it up though? Probably not, because again, target man type strikers, I'm not really too into that much. This one is a really interesting one. So people always talk about Milinkovic-Savic, and I tell you guys this all the time. And this is because of my way of thinking when I play this game. There's certain things that you just notice in game that you just end up not liking a lot, right? The reason why I don't like this card, and I've tried this card out before, the reason why I don't like this card is because of the poor acceleration sprint speed with poor ability, balance and agility, while being 6'3". He plays so badly on the ball, even though he has the 4-star. I've seen a lot of like really good players use him and really like him, but I genuinely don't like this card because he's basically Pogba 2.0. Like, he has the 5-star 4-star, the 4-star 4-star, but at least he has defensive stats. Pogba is shit because he doesn't have the defensive stats, but this card at least has the defensive stats, but it just doesn't play well in game. I don't like when the player's on the ball. Like, his dribbling is just far too heavy on the ball, and I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Because 6'3" with 72 agility and 64 balance is not very nice to have at all. I know a lot of people are being like, oh my god, I can't believe he doesn't like Milinkovic-Savic. I tried the card, guys. I'm not into it, man. It just doesn't play well for me, man. We'll go on to Isco here. Isco, fun player to use. Good dribbling, good shooting, good passing. It's actually interesting with Isco's card because he has really good finishing with really good composure. Actually better than the Icardi card, which is really funny to me. That he finishes better than one of the top strikers in the world. Because Icardi is a top striker, right? His balance and agility is quite nice. Although, the thing that would make Isco's dribbling really, really poor is the acceleration and sprint speed. He's not going to really feel like Isco in game because of this. People don't really, I feel like EA doesn't really understand that, like, his acceleration and sprint speed is a little bit important, or his acceleration more than his dribbling and stuff is more important for him to feel like he's actually good at dribbling the ball. He has the skill moves. He doesn't have the weak foot. They should probably just give him the weak foot to make him a little bit more usable. 4-star skill moves is nice, but, you know, you're only using the card if you're having fun and using him as a cam, or you're using him as a left center mid or right center mid for fun, because he has no defensive stats and no physical ability, so he's not ideal to have in those positions. But he's a fun card. Sterling's an interesting one. So Sterling has a lot of potential in this game, right? Or had a lot of potential until I saw his 74 composure. So I would say more that he is on the fun side of the game more than he is the meta side. Although 95 pace with 88 dribbling is quite nice because he has 93 agility with 94 balance. These two are way more important than these two right here. Way more important, man. This balance and agility being 94 or 93 will make him feel like an absolute beast on the ball, right? But his finishing will be very lackluster because he has a 3-star weak foot with 75 shot power and 74 composure. 81 finishing is okay, but that 74 composure is going to negate that finishing a little bit. It's gonna bring it down quite a bit. So not ideal to have. 84 stamina is nice. He looks like he's a lot of fun to use. I would buy 245k for a Raheem Sterling that's a cam card. You can't go wrong with that, man. If you're trying to have fun with the game, I wouldn't mind getting that card. I've actually tried Raheem Sterling in the draft, and he moves rapidly on the ball. So I would definitely try him out for sure. Alexandro. So this one is actually an interesting one because when people look at this card, they're like, oh, well, we can't use it anymore. Oh, it's actually a left back. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know if that's like just because it's foothead. It's not. Oh, so it is a left back. That's great. That's even better because when I saw it on Twitter, it was actually like a left wing card. So that's actually interesting that they made a left back card for him. Like, that's actually better. So that's actually really good. If he gets any informs, he's one of the best left backs in the games with high work rates. He feels more like a center back than he does a left back, though, like in terms of agility wise. Like if you get someone like David Alaba is a more agile type player, same thing with Jordi Alba, but like Alexandro's more of that defensive, type player in your team. So definitely worth picking up if you rock a team that has Juve players in it, or you rock a Serie A team in general, right, where you can put in an informed Benatia. If you like Milinkovic-Savic, you'd put in Milinkovic-Savic as well, and you get a full Kevin Link with him. Yeah, this is a meta card because defensively he's very good, but I prefer to use like David Alaba over Alexandro. I've tried Alexandro. I like the agile type player more. Willian is going to be... I think Willian could be a very good pick. I think he's going to get he's probably going to get an inform today because he's playing really well for Chelsea against Crystal Palace. So I can definitely see him getting a card because I don't think I don't know if man of the match was last week or if it was this week. I don't know how that works with inform cards, but he looks like he'll be really, really great. to use in this game. He's a ton of fun. I actually used his man of the match card. The only reason why I sold it is because foot champs wise, it just doesn't really make much sense for the Xbox account. I was playing on the Xbox account a little bit. But his card looks really cool. 89 dribbling. We're actually going to look at his specific stats because his stats will be basically the same as the man of the match until he gets a new inform. And as you can see, 85 finishing with 81 composure is quite nice with a 4-star weak foot. His dribbling is very high up there, deservedly so, because he has 92 agility with 83 balance, with 90 dribbling, 85 reactions, blah, blah, blah. Dribbling is great. Stamina is great with 95, so you can use him as a cam, as a right mid, coming back on defense, going forward on attack. Acceleration 93, sprint speed 87, very good in those departments as well. The only thing that Willian really lacks in is the physical, but physical obviously for foot champs is very important nowadays, and his finishing isn't super consistent. It's good, but it's not super consistent, right? But very fun card to use regardless. He looks like he would play really well in game. Again, I've already used this card, had a lot of fun with him, but definitely could get other cards for sure. Next up, we have Roberto Firmino. Roberto Firmino's card is actually really good in FIFA. I actually do enjoy using this card quite a bit. The only problem with this card, genuinely speaking, is the pace. The pace is definitely a problem with this card. His dribbling isn't as fast or really quick little touch kind of based, because his agility and balance isn't in the mid-90s, but he still dribbles quite nicely. His dribbling is actually pretty decent. His 90 finishing was pretty nice. 78 composure is not even the composure that he has. It's actually, and I should have actually checked this for the other cards, so I should have actually switched the websites because it might not be right. He has 83 composure with 90 finishing, so quite a decent card to use. If he gets a team of the season and they upgrade his acceleration and sprint speed, this card will be a very good card to use in the attack, because 4-star is already really nice with 511. If he gets a team of the season, he will be very good. Let me see if I can actually check out the players from here, because this is his inform, but his inform is the most recent version of the card. So we'll go to FootWiz's website here and see if they have the PTG cards here somewhere. I don't see it, so we'll go ahead and just look at it for Foothead, and then we'll just go on to the other website. Next player we have is Gundogan, so Gundogan or Gundogan, whatever, however you guys pronounce it. His card doesn't have any stats at all. Okay, so Gundogan is like he's like a fun player as well. No defensive stats, no physical stats. I've tried to use him in draft as well. He doesn't even have the pace to make up for it. So fun card to use. 4-star with high medium. Can't go wrong with it. 86 composure with 74 finishing isn't terrible, but again, just a fun card to use. Not really ideal if you're looking at meta. Leroy Sané actually looks like he would be a very good card in this game, because I actually tried out his regular card. And his regular card was really nice in the beginning of the game, right? Because he has 92 agility with 84 balance, which is very nice to have when you're 6 foot, 93 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, so he'll move really nicely on the ball, right? He has 84 composure with 78 composure, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. He has good shot power, good long shots, and his passing is 83 and 71, so it's quite decent. It's not a bad card. 85 stamina is very nice to have as well, so he'll be running around the pitch all game for you. Yeah, he's pretty good. I think this card would be worth getting. He's 3-star, which could present to be a problem, but if you're using him in the left mid role, he's a lot of fun to use, man. I've used his regular card before in a 4-3-2-1, using him as a left forward, and he was a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend trying him out if you're looking for fun, but even for meta a little bit, he would still be quite decent. Asensio is a fantastic player in real life. Do I see him getting more informs in this game? I don't know. He's a fun player to use. Agility and balance is low, though. 79 acceleration, 79 sprint speed. So not too great. 5'11". His finishing's not that great. His composure's not that great. So if you use this card, you're using him more for the fun concept. Again, skill moves being 4-star is a plus for sure, but his dribbling isn't going to feel that good. It's not going to feel like 86 or 84 shooting or 86 passing. Although the passing will feel like that, but the shooting won't, because it's shooting with 78. Finishing is a little bit lackluster. He has good long shots, which is great. He should actually have better long shots, because he scored some bangers during his time at Real Madrid for sure. Giuliano is a fun player, but he if he still gets informs, which he's been kind of consistently getting, he's gotten 2 informs so far, so it can't go wrong. He actually has a really fun card to use, right? So if you use this guy as a cam, you don't have the weak foot, which can present to be a problem at time. But it's nice to have a player that has 86 acceleration, 89 agility, 89 balance, while being 5'8", so he's small. So the agility and balance, like, he will move very quickly on the ball. He has 82 composure with 83 finishing, with 86 shot power and 80 long shots. So he will feel very decent in this game. He'll be a very fun player to use for 76k if you're, you know, creating like a super league team or something. You can't go wrong with that, right? Just to try out the player and have fun with it for sure. What else we got here? We got Goretzka. Goretzka, obviously, one of the inform / rare gold cards type players that are actually meta. Because he's good in the attacking aspect and defensive aspect. So if you use this guy as a center mid in the left mid role or a right mid role, right center mid role or left center mid role, more preferably the right center mid, he'll play very well for you. I would definitely recommend picking him up if you want to use him as an actual meta player in your squad. If you give him a shadow card on full chemistry, he will be improved in the defensive concept. So you'll have a very good defensive player in the middle that can jump for the ball because he's 6'2". His jumping isn't that great, or nor is his heading accuracy, but he has 6 foot. He is 6'2", so he will win some of the balls in the air. So definitely worth checking out Leon Goretzka. He looks like a very good card for sure. Pastore, I don't even think we should look into that because that's just like a player. I don't even think Pastore has gotten an inform once this year, so I don't think this card would be worth picking up whatsoever because I don't see him ever getting an inform this year, although he can, just my prediction. 58 balance with 79 agility is quite poor. Wouldn't recommend using that card at all. William Carvalho, if you're Portuguese, that's the only reason why you would actually use this card, to be honest. It's not great to have. 55 pace is really bad. His defensive stats don't make up for the lack of pace that he has. 4-star weak foot is quite nice to have. With pretty decent passing, 89 long passing, 87 short passing, but his pace is just too low for him to be that good. Do I see him getting informs? Not so much. Maybe from time to time he will. Maybe for Portugal he will. I don't even think he will for Portugal, to be fair. But that's yet to be seen. Varane, I don't think has gotten an inform once this year, although the card looks really good. Good defender in general. Has the acceleration, sprint speed, defending. His physical is low, but his physical is low because of the stamina, but he's a very good defender in general because he has 85 strength, 77 aggression, 6'3", while having 80 jumping and 83 heading. So very decent card to get there as well. Next card we have over here is Bernardo Silva, another fun player to use. 81 pace, 89. When I say fun player, I mean like not meta, right? 81 pace, 89 dribbling, 81 passing. So he'll feel very good on the ball, dribbling wise. Not that great, but very good because 88 agility with 86 balance is quite nice to have for someone who is 5'8". But everything else will be incredibly poor on the card. Lamar. If Lamar gets a team of the season, I think his card will be very good. I don't think he's really gotten any informs this year, so he's probably not going to be getting anytime soon. Same thing with Carvajal. I don't think Carvajal has gotten an inform. He has his own player version of his card, which is amazing, to be honest. Gomez, not really worth picking up, in my opinion, unless you like the target man type striker and you like to have fun with someone like a legend like Gomez. Gomez left mid is a little bit disappointing because I thought if they kept him on a striker role, he would actually be very good if he were to get any upgrades. I don't see this card getting any cards anytime soon. I don't see him getting any informs or anything in general. I don't even think he plays for Argentina, so that might be a waste of time. Payet has the potential to get informs. He's a very good player in real life. I think he plays well for Marseille. I'm not like 100% sure. I don't really watch Marseille too much, or Marseille too much. Yeah, he doesn't really have that great stats, so fun player type to use as well. Gabriel Jesus, during the regular season, he hasn't really played that much because Sergio Aguero is just absolutely on fire. But it's a really nice card if you actually look at it. His inform costs 277k. So if you buy that 500k version of his card, you are buying it for the hopes of him getting an inform, which I don't see happening anytime soon because Sergio Aguero is on fire. So I don't see anybody getting this card anytime soon. But if you get the Inform Gabriel Jesus, this might be really, really good to use for sure. I think Inform Gabriel Jesus shits on any version of Aguero, like even the highest version of Aguero. I think Aguero's card in FIFA in general is just a really bad card. I'm not into it at all. Saul, if Saul gets a team of the season, his card's going to turn out to be very good because the boost in defensive stats is going to be very nice. Boost in the finishing stats will be very nice. But as of right now, considering the fact he's only gotten one Inform, not really worth picking up. If they upgrade his stats, they're not going to upgrade it significantly. So I wouldn't pick him up. But if you're Atletico fan, Spanish, whatever, or you want to make an Atletico Madrid team, makes sense to make that. Marquinhos. Kind of same thing. I wouldn't really get Marquinhos. Not really meta. Physical's kind of low, but fun player to use. Dembele. Dembele's been playing more consistently for Barcelona recently, which is great. Do I see him getting an Inform anytime soon? Not necessarily, no. Martial has potential to get an Inform, and he's a meta player. I think, do they even upgrade his card is what I'm wondering. I don't think they do. I think it's just like still to the rare gold, right? So if you get this version, you're paying for the color of the card. Let's see for me. Defoe, I feel like Defoe is very good on the ball, right? He's 5'7" with good agility and balance. His finishing is 87 with 84 composure, and he's a 4-star weak foot. So fun player to use, not ideal. Pace is way too low, but fun for sure. What else we got here? El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy used to be the type of card back in the day that was actually like worth playing with, but nowadays, since he has the 2-star weak foot and EA downgraded, I don't know how a player can lose their ability to have a 4-star weak foot and then not have a 4-star weak foot. It just doesn't really make much sense. I think EA, personally, for me, guys, I think they're so anal with the weak foot for certain players that they should just give it to certain players. Like, a Salah, when he has a 2-star weak foot, or I don't know if he has a 2-star or 3-star right now, just give him a 3-star, you know? El Shaarawy, you had him as a 4-star. Why would you downgrade it? You know, you're eliminating one more player that is, you lose the fun at. Like, no one uses this El Shaarawy ever. I've yet to see El Shaarawy used one time, but this card looks really cool to use, right? But obviously, because they added this really stupid stat right here in composure, a lot of players become super unusable. And then again, 2-star weak foot doesn't really play that well in game, right? We got Coleman here. Coleman looks like he has a really cool card. He's only gotten one Inform this year. I don't know how often he actually plays nowadays, but this card is actually an upgrade to his Inform. So if you're picking it up just because you like Coleman and you want to get that upgrade, then definitely pick up this card because it looks really, really fun to use. His composure is quite low, so again, not as fun as I just said right now. Because, dudes, the thing about the composure, right, is that if your finishing is 80, it gets decreased because of how bad your composure is, right? 73 composure is just not very good at all. Like, it needs to be in the 80s for it to be decent, or like high 70s, low 80s, mid 80s, you know? It needs to be around that area for it to be considered decent. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, Howides or whatever. Yeah, I don't even know if he plays for Juve. I've yet to see this guy play for Juve one time. Yeah, I don't see him getting a card anytime soon. Maybe for Germany, though. There's definitely potential in Germany, but it's very tough for center backs to get Inform version of cards, right? Forsberg, Sweden. Are Sweden in the World Cup? Oh, they are. Yeah, they beat Italy. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Forsberg has potential to get an Inform. Is he a good card, though? No, he's a fun version of a card. 75 pace on left mid side. No one wants to really use that. Carlos Vela. Carlos Vela is going to be a player that you can win in a daily knockout tournament soon. That is going to be coming out soon. I think it's this week that you can actually play for him, so that's going to be exciting to try to get that card. Thorgan Hazard, he has like a fun card. If he gets upgraded anytime, then he'll be great, but I don't see him getting an Inform anytime soon. Olivier Giroud, he has this card. I don't remember what this card is for, to be honest, but he has 53 pace, which is very bad. 53 pace with 59 agility and 52 balance. Dude, his heading has to be literally god tier to make this card even somewhat usable. Wow, that's really, really bad. On to the next one here. We got Vieira, who, if I'm not mistaken, isn't in the game anymore. I don't think he's in the game anymore. I think he went to the Chinese league or the Japanese league or something. So he's not even in the game anymore. Rigoni, he has the team of the group stage card, so that's pretty cool. So they just upgrade even if it's the team of the group stage. That's interesting. I mean, he looks like a fun card to use. His composure's low, so it's unusable. Wagner, same thing. I think that's on the wrong team because Wagner plays for Bayern Munich nowadays. I think these ones are the older ones now. Oh, I think it shows the 2 versions now. Yeah, now it shows every version of the card. Oh, cool. That's what they do on Foothead. So some of these cards I think I've already been out for a while now. Like Ronaldo Sanchez, I know has been out for a while. Oxlade Chamberlain and stuff. We'll just continue and finish it off. Bakayoko, very, very poor in real life. I don't see him getting in for him at all. Conte and Pogba are going to play for France over Bakayoko for sure. Johar, very bad in real life. I don't see him getting a card anytime still. Stindl lacks defense and physical in the in this. Oh, he's a striker, even worse. Origi is a fun card to use. 82 dribbling, 84 shooting, 87 pace, 82 physical. It's very decent to have for a striker, even as a center mid if you want to really just have fun with him. He actually has decent stats and his composure's bad, so see you later. We got Jamie Vardy here who has 79 composure with 83 finishing, so this is a very usable card. Is he going to get an inform anytime soon? Probably not. His Fitness card has 84 shooting, though, which is pretty interesting. 85 composure with 88 finishing. That's quite nice, actually. I don't like that you can't get those cards anymore after Christmas. It's kind of weird. Rashford. Was Rashford a left mid at first? I think he might be a left mid at first. That kind of sucks, because he actually might get an inform for next week, because I think he scored a game winner for Man United the other day. Oh, he went up in price after today's game. Holy, he jumped like 100K. Look at this guy. Yeah, if he gets an upgrade, he'll be a very usable card for sure. If he gets an upgrade, his finishing and his shooting in general will be improved. His dribbling in general will be improved. Like, he'll have better balance. Hopefully it's in the 80s for his balance, but interesting card. Bertrand, don't see him getting an inform anytime soon. Not a great left back. Oxlade Chamberlain, I've used him in this game. Fun player to use, not meta to use. Welbeck, don't really see him being that great in this game. Rodrigo, fun player to use in this game. Not necessarily. I don't really think he's going to get that many informs this year, so that's one right there. Left back, Plattenhart, very bad in this game. Don't see him getting informs anytime soon. Jordan Lukaku is going to be a player that you can win in a tournament, and he's one of the good left backs to use if you just want a Serie A left back. He doesn't have any defensive stats, which can definitely be a problem, but if you give him a shadow card, it'll be a little bit better. No defensive stats is a little bit of a downfall, but he has nice pace, good weak foot, and he can outbody a lot of people. He has a big stature in game, 6'1", while having a big physical stature is nice. Damn, has a card, 3-star, 3-star, 95 pace. Very bad at everything else, so that card is completely unusable. Ronaldo Sanchez, a cheap beast to use, but he's still not that good, man. He's not like he used to be last year. Last year he was significantly better, but it's an okay card regardless. Do I see him getting an inform anytime soon? No, he's injured right now. I don't know if he's going to be consistently playing for Swansea when he comes back. And for Portugal, I don't see him playing for Portugal anytime soon. So that is going to conclude the video for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. That is my analysis for the PTG cards in FIFA 18. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please drop a thumbs up on it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.